want 8 different fabrics, and you want to cut each piece 5.5 inches by 2.5 inches wide. With right sides together, we're going to sew down that seam and continue to join all the strips together. We're just going to sew 1/4 inch seam, we're sewing them all together. We need to iron them with the seams open. Fold them right sides together and press. Take a piece of card, 2.5 inches by 2 inches. Mark the centres. So line it up on your seam. And now we're just going to take it over to the sewing machine. So from there to there, we're going to stitch all that together. First of all, we're going to open it out, fold on that mark and press. So we're going to start on this mark here, so halfway, follow that curve. I'm just going to back stitch a couple of stitches. Stop at the seam and just swivel. Make sure your needle is down. When you get to the end, back stitch. So we haven't stitched all the way. Cut close to the edge, smaller than 1/4 inch. And now we're just going to snip into the corners without cutting through the stitches and flip it right side out. Draw a line 1/2 inch along the bottom edge, sew along this seam, and we're also going to top stitch the flowers down the top and down and stop at the line. Do that for each individual and stop. Start 1/2 inch in from the end, so I'm just going to back stitch about 1/2 inch in from this end as well, and I'm going to stop and back stitch. I've left the opening at both ends, haven't sewn all the way to the end. A piece of elastic, and I'm using a bodkin. You could use a safety pin. I'm just going to go and stitch the elastic together, and I'm just going to overlap the elastic by about 1/2 inch. Put a pin in to help. I'm just going to do a small zigzag. And go backwards and forwards a couple of times. And that's just secured the elastic. The fabric that is folded, we're going to slip over the raw open edged piece. So we're just going to go over to the machine and sew that seam closed.